The Jupiter Airdrop was one of the largest in history, airdropping more than $750,000 to early adopters. And one 17-year-old even became a Jupiter millionaire. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how you can become the next Jupiter Airdrop millionaire yourself and take you through all the steps because there's going to be even more airdrops coming very soon with this project. So if you're ready to learn, I'm ready to teach. Let's get started. Welcome to the YouTube channel. My name is Joe. So make sure to smash up the like button, click the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified every single day when I come out with a new video. They are very time sensitive and you're not going to want to miss out. Also, please know that everything that I say is not financial advice and these videos are for educational and inspirational purposes only. In full disclosure, we do own some of the cryptocurrencies that I will be speaking about in today's video. And if this video gets 5,000 likes within the first 24 hours, we will do a very special giveaway for our YouTube community. So let's smash up that like button and let's get started. All right, so just about a week ago, the Jupiter Airdrop airdropped 700 million Jupiter Airdrop tokens to participants. And if you are one of the lucky ones to get into the Jupiter Airdrop, you're sitting on some free profits. In fact, according to Twitter, this user, a 17-year-old, made over $1 million on the first Jupiter Airdrop. And he's also explaining how you can do the same for the next 3 rounds. Let's just watch a quick clip from this 17-year-old, and then I'm going to walk you through some of his strategies and some other strategies that I've personally tested out with airdrops, because in the last few years myself, I've earned over $7,000 in airdrops, and I've even made a full dedicated video all about airdrops in my VIP course and program. Many of my students have earned thousands of dollars, so if you are interested in VIP and watching that full video, just click the links down below and we'll see you there. But before we do that, let's dive into this little video of this 17-year-old and how he did it.
Yo, how we doing? Today we're gonna do a little bit more DeFi, and today we're gonna talk about a super important topic, which is Jupiter. And since the success of the round 1 of the Jupiter airdrop, I thought I'd show you how I got such a big allocation in the first round and how you can get a big allocation in the rounds to come. So today, I'm just gonna quickly go over all the different features of Jupiter and how to make sure that you can maximize the amount of Jupiter that you get in the next 3 rounds.
All right, so now that you know these airdrop things are kind of for real and that basically anyone can do them, how can you set up yourself for the next Jupiter airdrop? You see, Jupiter is going to be doing a series of multiple different airdrops. This was the first one, which may be the biggest, but I think there's going to be even bigger airdrops coming. And who knows what they're going to be worth in the future. Now, I want to share with you one other project that did an airdrop to very early users, and they ended up making a boatload of money in the long run if they would have just held their tokens. Uniswap, which is one of the biggest, if not the largest, cryptocurrency exchange, at least on Ethereum, did a 400 uni airdrop to those who interacted with the protocol, and that is what got started here, all the way up to about $6 at their launch. Then it came crashing all the way down right to $2, right around $1, should I say, in November of 2020. This marked the absolute bottom of Uniswap's token, and it never went lower since then. Now, in the bear market, we've seen prices back down to $3 to even, right around $3, $4 here, but it never revisited those airdrop lows. And today, if you would have simply just held on to your uni airdrop, your 400 tokens are worth $2,500. But if you would have sold them at the all-time high, you would have sold them for right around $15,000 to even $20,000. Now, many people interacted with multiple different wallets, so they got thousands of these uni tokens. And if you would have just held them through the last bull market, you could have made hundreds of thousands and maybe even been a millionaire with Uniswap. Now, today, at the time of this recording, Jupiter is sitting at number 101 of all cryptocurrency assets. And if you click the max log, you can see that it just continues to trend down. This is not something surprising, as I just shared with you with the Uniswap chart. If you look at them side by side, I believe that Jupiter will continue to trend down, maybe even further for maybe a few more weeks, maybe a few more months. It's anyone's best guess. However, if history were to repeat with Jupiter, we could see some huge price volatility, maybe towards the upside, but it's all going to depend upon what's going to happen next, and are these other airdrops going to affect the price? Nobody knows for sure. That's why you should always make sure to do your own research and never risk more than you can afford to lose. But the cool thing about airdrops is you're not really affording to lose a lot of money if you play the game correctly. Now, there will be some money that you will need to actually risk because this is how this airdrop works. So let me take you through that process now. You can see that they had had something called Grow the Pie Update 1. And you can see this was their community airdrop, and this was the basics of what happened in their very first airdrop here. So here are the basics. So you can see here there is going to be 10 billion Jupiter tokens, and as mentioned at our breakpoint talk, this airdrop is going to engage users who use us in the past and those who are closely involved in the next step of the journey, which means that 955,000 wallets who interacted with Jupiter before November 2nd are eligible and for this consideration. Now that time has passed, but how can we learn from this moving forward? Well, according to number 3, it said it's obviously a massive number of wallets, which is why with 35 billion in volume, how are they going to slice it up to make it meaningful for this challenge? And they're going to try their best, and this is exactly what they ended up doing. All users who interacted with Jupiter via our many amazing integrations, for example, Sol Incinerator, Sol Protocol, as well as other wallets for the airdrop transaction, was signed directly by the users that they have data. As mentioned, 40% will be allocated to community over 4 rounds of airdrops. 10% will be allocated in this round, which will be only 1 billion tokens, and we expect to start one more round of growth before the token launch. So here is the airdrop breakdown. You can see that we kept this in mind for the first 10%, and even distribution for all wallet will be 2%. A tiered score based on distribution will be adjusted for volume as 7%. Community members on Discord, Twitter, and developers will be 1%. So now that we know that 40% will go out to airdrops in 4 rounds and 1 round has already been completed, how do we get our hands on the other 75% and future rounds? Well, I believe that the answer has already been given to us in multiple different ways. You see, all the way at the bottom of this article, it says, in summary, crypto is in dire need of more users and expansion of use cases and an enhancement of trust. Solana is the perfect place for all 3. It can be the most used, most useful, and also the most trusted ecosystem. Jupiter can help it by the Jupiter token driving an increase of on-chain users and activity, Start borderlining the spectrum of use cases, as well as the labs, introducing innovative and impactful DeFi protocols. So if you go to jup.ag, this is the Jupiter exchange today. Now at the top, you can see it says swap, limit order, DCA, bridge, and perpetual. Now if you click on station, it'll take you to the main website, and from here you can see all the different user guides as well as the summary and thesis from others who are actually tweeting about this project. You also have the guides, the docs, the labs, the start, the partners, the stats, and the blog. Now there's also going to be additions to what we see right now on Jupiter. You can see the 5 aspects of Jupiter Start are the community introductions, the pre-listing, the educate. Then there's going to be a launchpad as well as Jupiter Atlas. So these last two, the launchpad and the Atlas, are really something I'm going to be keying in on for future airdrops, especially the launchpad as soon as we have more information. So now let me walk you through some of the steps that you can take in order to potentially get the next airdrop. Remember, this is more of a test and trial and error, and nothing is ever guaranteed, especially in crypto. But the very first thing here is swapping. So how do you actually swap if you're brand new to crypto? Well, if you don't know, this is a decentralized exchange. That means that you will need to connect your wallet, and you will need to connect, according to the website right now, a Phantom wallet. Now, if you don't know what a Phantom wallet is, you will need to go to phantom.app. Then you will need to click the download button, and then you will download on Firefox, Chrome, Edge, or Brave. Now, this wallet allows you to hold different cryptocurrency assets on a variety of different chains. The Phantom app has really grown, and it's really known, though, for Solana. You can see that people are holding some Solana as a demonstration here, some Ethereum, and some Polygon on multiple different chains. They also have NFTs. This wallet works fantastically. So you'll need to download this. You'll need to set up your own wallet. But then once you do so, you'll need to go to a centralized exchange, or you can just buy some crypto right in the wallet itself to fund your account. Next, you will then need to connect your wallet, and once it's connected, you can make your swaps. Now, if you don't want to use the Phantom wallet, if you click the drop-down arrow, there's the MetaMask, you also have Solflare, and there's a variety of other wallets that you can choose as well. It's just that the Phantom wallet, to me personally, is probably the easiest one for most users, and then two, it's something that I truly believe could help you in this airdrop situation. Now, once you're actually connected, you've loaded some funds, you will need to make some trades. One of the easiest trades to make is from Solana to USDC. This is because at the time of this recording, one Solana token is worth 95 USDC coins, which is $95 because one USDC is pegged to $1 approximately. Now, what you would do after connecting your wallet is simply swapping back and forth for these different cryptocurrency assets. So you can buy USDC. Let's say you had $100 in USDC and you wanted then to buy some Solana. That would get you 1.4 Solana. You would simply click the swap button and then swap again and confirm your transaction. That right there would show that you had $100 worth of volume. Now, you can also click on the transaction priority. You can see this is the market. You can do high, turbo, and this will basically make sure that your transaction goes faster. For most people, the market is probably going to be fine, and it only costs 0.0001 Solana, which at the time of this recording is literally like fractions of a penny, right? It's like less than a penny to make a transaction. So the really cool thing about Solana is that the transactions are typically very cheap and they're very fast. So the market priority is probably what you need to do. Now you can set for a max of 2 Solana. This to me is just unnecessary. So market is probably going to be your best bet. Now for slippage settings, again, depending upon what cryptocurrencies you're going to be trading, this is where you can set these settings here, and you can even customize this. Now again, please set the slippage settings within 0 to 50%. So you can go 50%, that is the maximum. But again, I wouldn't go more than some of these recommended settings here, especially for a lot of these coins that have a lot of liquidity. Solana and USDC has a lot of liquidity, meaning if you wanted to do, let's say 10,000 or 100,000, this is how many you'd get in Solana. There'd only be about $100 difference, which is really great when it comes to doing a lot of volume back and forth. So I know a lot of traders will be swapping every single day, and this is how they're building up their volume. Let's say today they buy Solana and they sell Solana, and they're doing millions of dollars worth of these trades back and forth. This is where maybe for just a couple $100, and maybe you're actually able to time this out and you're able to truthfully make money on both sides of this, because let's say you sold Solana today. Let's say you sold 1,000 Solana today at $95,000, 600. So you got 95,500. And then, tomorrow, right, you wake up and you wanted to buy your 1,000 Solana back, but Solana was worth $90. So maybe you netted $5,000 and then you were able to get your Solana back and get over $200,000 in total volume then, because you sold and you bought $100,000 worth of both. Now, again, I'm not telling you to do any of that. I'm just sharing with you and educating you how all of that would work. Now, you can do a variety of different tokens as well. You can trade the Jupiter token, you can trade USDC, you can trade a lot of these other tokens, the WEN token, and there's a lot of other cryptos that you can trade and move around. That too might get you some more airdrop points if you're trading different cryptos. But I would say what we have seen in the past, that the volume is more of the main thing to focus on. Now, if there was another specific token that you would like to search by, simply type in the token contract address, or you can click the buttons here. If you wanted to trade, let's say the WIF token, there you go, you got it there. Jupiter, there you go, and you can trade with a variety of these other assets. Or, like I said, you can simply click the contract address, and if you need help finding the contract address, simply go to CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, and then you can see right here the contract address. You simply copy this, or you can add it directly to your wallet, come back to Jupiter, paste it in, and then you can see here that this matches up directly with the Jupiter one, and there you go. You can now trade that exact token. So it's a way for you to confirm that you got the right token and it's not a scam one. So how else can you potentially get into this airdrop for the future rounds? Well, you can also set limit orders. Now, if you don't know how to set limit orders, this goes back to basically traditional exchanges. So if you're selling Jupiter, right, and you're buying USDC, well, one Jupiter token today is worth 51 cents at the time of this recording. So you basically can set up, if you believe that the Jupiter token is going to go higher, well, you can set limit orders showing you that, hey, if it goes to 52 cents, then I'm going to sell, let's say, 5 Jupiter tokens and I'll get USDC right there. So instead of manually swapping back and forth and connecting your wallet and doing this, you can set a bunch of limit orders to where you're buying and selling constantly. This can be fantastic because then you're creating volume, you're using the limit order itself, which can get you even more potential for the airdrop. And again, this is a great easy way to do this. So let me teach you exactly how this works. You can see that if I'm selling Solana, and right now I have 1.5 Solana in this wallet as a tester, and I wanted to be buying Jupiter. Well, you can see here that I can do every 10 minutes, 1 hour, 1 day, or custom, or never. Now you can also set your rate right here. So if I type in 0.000555, 0.05, you can see here that this is a much lower rate than the going rate of 0.005. So again, this is something that you're going to have to play around with and basically determine what rates you are willing to sell or buy your tokens at. If this works, you can simply then place your limit order, and then if the price drops or goes to those limits, you will be filled and those funds would then go into your wallet. Next, you have DCA, which means that you basically are dollar cost averaging in and out of different crypto assets using this function. This is more a set and forget as well. And you can see I want to allocate Solana to buy Jupiter, and I want to buy every 1 minute over 2 orders, and then you can connect your wallet. Now you can change this around. Let's say every 10 minutes I want to buy over just 1 order, and let's say I just wanted to allocate 1 Solana. So you can see here that you have to have a minimum of 2 orders, and you'll be buying Jupiter. Now you can buy a variety of different cryptocurrency assets. So for every 10 minutes then, going into about 20 minutes, it's going to dollar cost average me out of my Solana, which is 1 Solana of $95, and then buy the Jupiter token. Now, if you enable the price strategy, this is where you can set a min and max price, and the current price for Jupiter is 0.005 per Solana. So this is a great way to actually, again, not have to sit by your computer and worry about all these things happening all the time. You can just literally start DCAing, maybe take some SOL or take some USDC or whatever it is, and start buying in and out of these cryptocurrency assets. In fact, you can do this all the time, and you can do this over, let's say, 100 different orders, and that way every, let's say 60 minutes, right? So if we did 60 minutes, let's say we did 24-hour orders a day, so every day then, right? So you can do minutes, you can do hours, and day, weeks, month. You can do for every 1 month you wanted to, or for every day, let's say, over 24 different orders. So let's say every hour you'd be using the DCA. This would be a great way too, where you're actually using the protocol, but you don't have to sit around and to do this. And also, I do think that if you use a variety of these different ones, and if you do more volume, meaning if instead of doing 1 USDC or 1 Solana, let's say you did 10,000, right? And you DCA'd in and out of these cryptocurrency assets, I believe you're going to have a higher chance of getting more of the next airdrops to come. Now, next you have something called the bridge, and this is where you're able to transfer your assets to Solana. You have Wormhole Beta, On-Ramp, as well as Competitor, and this is there you can go from Ethereum USDC to Solana USDC, and if you want to just do $100, simply use our bridge core, and you can see here that these are the different prices potentially, as well as how much you'd be going from and where. So let's say you had money on the Binance Smart Chain. Well, you can send USDC over to Solana's chain. Again, if you use dBridge, there would be a $2 fee approximately, because you'd only be getting from BNB over to Solana 98 USDC. So again, if you came from Ethereum, you'd be getting a little bit more. In fact, you'd be getting more USDC from Ethereum to Solana. So it's really interesting to see what these different chains are going for. Again, if you went to Avalanche, right? Avalanche USDC, you'll only be getting 98.71. And then if you went from Polygon USDC over to Solana USDC, you'd be getting 100. So it seems to like more of the EVM chain. There might just be more there. BNB again seems to be the lowest right now. There's a $1.50 off there. Base, it looks like you'd be getting at the time of this recording for 100 ETH, right? To USDC. Let's say if we wanted to do, USDC here, you'd be getting a slight amount less as well, 98.96. So again, make sure that you understand these risks. Also, please understand too that there are risks in using the bridge, as well as there are risks associated with the losses of transferring the funds from back and forth. So again, if you were to do bigger volumes of this, 10,000, right? You'd be getting a little bit more here. So you can see here, you get 9,970, but you'd be losing $21 by going through the bridge. Now, maybe it'll make up for itself if you do this once or twice and you get the airdrop, and those airdrops are worth more than the fees. That's something that you're going to have to factor into whether or not you want to be doing and using this as a potential for getting the airdrop. Remember, this is not a guarantee, but it's those who use a lot of these functions, this is where they're able to get a part of that airdrop. Now, the last and not least has to be perpetuals. Now, if you don't know about perpetuals, this is where you can go long, you can go short, and this basically, takes you through, if I wanted to short Solana, I could short it up to 100x, which is really, really high risk. Most people, truthfully, they just do, I don't know, between 3, 5, maybe 10 or 20x. But to me, this is super, super high risk at 100%. Shorting too, right, is something that Okay, a lot of people, like to do both ways, right? So you can make money on the way up and you can make money on the way down with perpetuals. But for me personally, I typically stay away from this. Or if I'm going to participate, it's going to be something very, very little to where it's like fractions of nothing to me, where it's maybe a couple dollars or maybe $10, $20, something that is not going to change my life. And it's more of just about learning also and just participating. So I wanted to share with you these 5 different ways that you could potentially get the next airdrop. And if you start picking up and doing volume now, I think you're going to be way ahead of a lot of people. So personally, I will start doing this myself, and I'm going to start to see if it's actually worth my time and how much of the airdrop I'll potentially receive. Now, again, none of this is a guarantee even for me. I'm just sharing with you what we've seen so far and what could potentially happen in the future. Step 1 would be using the swap. Step 2 would be setting limit orders. Step 3 would be using the DCA set and forget. Step 4 would be using their bridge. Step 5 would be using their perpetuals going long or short. So there you have it. Those are some ways that you can start participating today. However, one of the biggest keys that I think is going to really help people in the future getting even more of this airdrop is their newer products. You see, a lot of these cryptocurrency exchanges and businesses in general, they want users to test the new stuff. They kind of already know, hey, the first airdrop we already gone through and we went through and saw that a lot of this is already working. So that's fantastic, between the swap limit order and whatnot. But let's test out our launchpad. Let's test out our new products. And that right there, I think, has a higher potential for you to earn even more in the coming rounds. So make sure you smash the like button, click the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, because I'm going to be helping you through a lot more airdrops in the future, more free cryptocurrency, as well as some of these new updates with this protocol. There's so many new projects, protocols, and things happening and giving away more free updates. In fact, my VIP group and I ended up doing and getting an airdrop for a brand new cryptocurrency that is trending at the time of this recording, called Heroes of Mavia. So this came out just today, which was February 6th. So you're watching this a few days into the future. However, the airdrop just for signing up for this was totaled approximately 12.5 Mavia tokens, which is right around $40, literally just for downloading the game. Now, if this were to 10x, this could go all the way as high as $390, and who knows what's going to happen with this game moving forward. But I believe, sitting at a market cap of $100 million, this could go to $1 billion, and that right there, that airdrop then could be worth hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars, like we've seen in the future. So these little airdrops, while they might be small in the beginning, might be something that could build up in the future. And again, you can see that I've documented all of this in my VIP community. I posted this saying this cryptocurrency gem could be the next 100x altcoin, time sensitive, 2/3/2023. So you can see here your Mavia tokens, 12.5, and this was the season 1 Pioneer airdrop program. And you can see that I was eligible simply by downloading the game and syncing it in time. Here is the amount of tokens, and again, your claiming will begin and the claim will be live, and you're able to withdraw the Mavia tokens into my wallet. And I believe something very similar is going to happen here for Jupiter if you follow along and you keep studying and updating yourself. And you too might be able to make even $1 million in these airdrops. I'm not promising you that, but if this kid who was 17 truthfully was able to do this, I think that yes, there is opportunity here. Now, this person also dedicated and did this every day for weeks and months on end. So they put in a lot of time, energy, and effort. But that being said, only in crypto can you have opportunities like this today. Thanks for watching this video. If you want even more about airdrops and how I made over $200,000 in just 1 week without trading, simply click the links down below and join us in VIP today. Many of my students have made thousands of dollars in the last bull market, automatically paying for the enrollment of the course within just 1 or 2 trades. So if you're interested, click the links down below. We'll see you in VIP, and thanks again for watching.